Nigerians know the truth. Every Nigerian man know the truth. They know what is good. They know what is bad. But the problem they have is the will to do the good. That's the problem they have. Like Paul said in the Bible that which I supposed to do, I do them not. But that which I am supposed not to do, them that I do. Which means it's not I that doing it, but there's something in me that doing it. And they say, oh, wretched sinner like me, who will deliver me from this power of sin? That's what hold Nigeria. Who will deliver them from the power that is holding them to be doing wrong things instead of to do good things? This is what I said in Chester, that had it been Nigeria come up in a good way, this issue could not have reached like this. Now, the Sultan of Sokoto coming now to say nobody defeated Igbos or Biafra during the first war. It was the whole world that fought against Biafra. And the zeal and the braveness and the resistance of the Igbos or Biafra during that time, no black nation can be in that condition and survive. Now, he's trying to say the truth, and he knows the truth. But what to hold him not to say it since? What to hold him not to say the time of Buhari? Had they been come up and be speaking like this from the time of Buhari, the issue could not have been reached like this. Now they have seen that Akachukwu Dinaya, according to Adadi Oramma, Adando Konande Gede, he said Akachukwu Dinaya. Now God had have rise up. The time the last pledge could have wanted to come to Nigeria, they rise up now to speak the truth. And remember, person like Babangida, in his book, that his book challenged every leader in Nigeria, both the past and the current, both the dead and the living, that Igbos are not guilty. Now, Sultan come to confirm it, that Igbos are not guilty. Now, but the Sultan of Sokoto telling Yoruba leaders or Yoruba nation not to dare Igbos. Not Yoruba are the first people rise up to dare Igbos. Now, if you look at it in the south here, Lagos here, it was Yoruba government in Lagos State destroying Igbo properties. But they are not the first people that started this. The destruction of Igbo property started in the north. Although recently, there's not much harassment against Igbos in the north recently. But it was not Fulani that started it first. How many times they burn Sabongeri? How many times they loot Igbo properties in the north? Any violence in the north, Igbos will bear the consequence. You could have started it early. This truth he's saying now, this caution he's giving to Yoruba people now, he could have given it to his own people first. Because people like him, when they speak in the north, people will hear, people will obey. You could have started it in time. So that this crack, dangerous crack on Nigeria could not have been. If people like him start speaking this type of truth, calling every tribe to be cautioned on how they deal with other tribes, it cannot be like this. This is what we say in Igbo language. Which means it's not good for elderly person, elderly man or person to stay in the house and look good, give delivery, give him birth on bondage. It's not good. This is what is happening now. And if you watch, he admits now that the civil war is not their effort that make Igbo to let down the arms. It was world conspiracy against Biafra. And this world conspiracy is still now. If not that Akachukwu come in, I think the Biafra case should have ended. And his words now, if he really determine what he said, if he really mean what he said, now this will show you that the Biafra is already come. Biafra have already come. Now is he taking it indirectly, telling Mr. President Tinubu to be careful and release them the Kano.
So he doesn't want Nigeria to divide that.
And he said you don't want Nigeria to divide. Now I come to be understanding now that the Nigeria you don't want to divide is Biafra will go, but the remaining Nigeria will still remain one Nigeria. That's what I'm with this assessment now. I came to understand that Biafra will go and the remaining one will still remain one Nigeria. So that Nigeria will never be two. We have one Nigeria. Now you have Southern Sudan, Northern Sudan. I mean Southern Sudan, Sudan himself, which sounds the two Sudans. But Nigeria will never be like that. You don't have Western Nigeria, Northern Nigeria, or Southern Nigeria, Western Nigeria. There will be no like Northern protectorate and Southern protectorate anymore. But they will still remain one. Although Biafra have gone, they will still remain one. That's what where I know that is going now. And if you watch, they were only by the date, the exist of Biafra. The exist of already confirmed it indirectly.
Of Igbo out of Nigeria.
You know what I'm saying? They have confirmed it indirectly and telling Tinubu, take it easy now. Is indirectly calling Yoruba elders. Is it Yoruba elders hold the power in the federation? It's Tinubu now. Mr. President hold the power. It's time to take it directly. We question him. Please show the stage we are now. Please don't let the world abandon us. Take this in. Joe. Bring this man peacefully and let his people, let them go. And he realized also that Biafra cannot be defeated. And not only as Fulani realized that Biafra cannot be able to be defeated. This is why Shekigumi said, let them recruit Igbo people to fight themselves because they know that they cannot fight. And therefore, that's why they sowed discord. With money, they sowed discord among the Igbos to be killing themselves, to be fighting themselves. If you want the people in real front, apart from the people in uniform, the people in real front fighting against the restoration of Biafra are the same Igbos. Now, they themselves have seen that the resistance of those people who really want Biafra, who are Biafran, are more than the resistance of those who say we don't want Biafra. Now, all of them are coming to agree. Even the Sultan is coming to agree that let us play this in Georgia. Hey, if that's what do we say in our Igbo language? Kaoshita adema. Kaoshita adema. If the people like this will come out and say now, Koshita adema, okay, let it be so. Koshita adema is this. Let it start to be good from today. Let it start to be good from today. Koshita adema. If they come out now, both Sultan of Sokoto and everybody in Nigeria said, Koshita adema, let it start to be good today. Let Biafra go. Fine, good Lord. That's what we're praying for. We're not praying for violence. Definitely not for violence. Definitely not for destruction. And if you watch Biafra, we are the people who like to spread. And if you're a traveler, you don't need to be violence because you're a traveler. You understand what I'm saying? So the peace or the violence is not the hand of Igbos. Igbos are trying to play their role. Biafras are trying to play their role. It's not for Nigeria now to come for round table and say, okay, Igbos go. But the way I see this thing, where the Biafran have reached, Biafran case have reached, it's not what restructuring of Nigeria for Biafra to be in Nigeria can solve. Let them go, let them go. Let Biafra go, let Biafra go. Let them go, let them go. That's all. So if this one now we say this in and stand to implement it, I think there'll be peace both to Biafra and Nigeria. Because whether you like it or not, if Biafra separates from Nigeria, Biafra still need Nigeria. Nigeria still need Biafra. Because there's nothing we can do it that we must only be a neighboring nation. Don't understand me. This is what Ojukwu told Amada Hijo during the first Biafran war. When Amada Hijo approached him to sell San Bakassi to them so that they will support us to fight against Nigeria, Ojukwu looked at him and told him that I cannot sell my father's property to fight against my brother. No. Ojukwu told Amada Hijo, I cannot sell my father's property to fight my own brother. That no matter what happened, Nigerians are still his brother. Nigerians are still brother to Biafra. You understand? So, whether you like it or not, we must need the cooperation of Nigerian, and Nigeria must need the cooperation of Biafra. That's what it is. Look at this America today, that the British were flying America on the Nyash. Everywhere America go, British will go. And British America become pali-pali. Do you know how many thousands British killed America before America get their independence? If not France that came to support America, British could have wiped America off. But now today, British and America in pali-pali. I know what I'm saying. Almost every nation that fought to get their independence, they are not permanent enemy from the people they fought to get independent. They are cooperating. If Eastern Poland and Western Poland will come together and build one Poland today, and there was peace, I mean, Biafra will exist, Nigeria will exist, there will be peace. So everything lies in the hand of Nigeria. The way they play their game is the way Biafra will follow them. But as for Biafra, Biafra is Biafra. Biafra is going. Biafra is going.
What he said, he said that the government should regulate social media. That social media is one of the means where can lead to war, lead to disunity, lead to so many issues and division regarding Nigeria. Do you agree with him? Because this social media is one of the means where we see what's happening in different parts of the world, mostly in Nigeria, the terrorism and what have you. So if he said social media should be regularized, some people are saying, is this saying that of good is goodwill?
Now, if you want social media to regulate, which means you have to ban the phone in Nigeria, there's no way you can regulate social media. Now, social media have bring indirect employment to the masses of Nigeria. Do you know how much they're collecting from YouTube? You cannot be able to regulate. But what you will do is to look at every platform that instigate evil and go after that platform. To say you regulate it, which means you have to shut cyber off from Nigeria. And if you shut cyber off from Nigeria, even the Sultan himself, it will affect him. He cannot operate again. Is he not communicating with his phone? So he cannot regulate it. He cannot regulate it and he cannot stop it. It can come to be, it can come to be. Not only in Nigeria, all over the world. You can't regulate it. If you want to regulate it, which means phone, this current phone have to be cut off. We have to go back to table phone where we dial. Grrrm, 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 carry this one, put for ear. Grrrm, grrrm. We have to go back to that. And the world have passed that stage. Communication made the whole world to be a global village now. And you cannot stop the communication. The world has become global village because of communication. To regulate social media is to regulate communication. And without communication, there's no sensitization of the people. And he himself that said communication should stop. I mean, regulate it. What are the Boko Haram using? What are the Alakura using? What are the Wole using? All of them operating the north. What are they using? If you stop it or regulate it, how can they communicate with their sponsors? Because somebody is sponsoring them. How can they communicate with their sponsors? So you see, this social media is good, it's evil. All of them are working hand to hand. All of them are working hand to hand. You cannot stop it. Both the good of it and the bad of it, they are twins. You cannot separate them.
You will hear about the African Union. Yes, it exists. But what is the effect of the African Union in reality? We cannot talk about integration in the theme and not talk about the African Union. Because it is this organization that should unite us, create real integration. But we regret to see these wars that persist on the African continent, killing millions of young people. And that this organization, which has heads of state, with armies, is unable to organize itself to support certain countries. The Union is not just a word. The Union is a symbol. And we, the youth, should learn a lesson from this situation to unite, to make integration a reality. I was unpleasantly surprised when Ethiopia, which hosts the headquarters of the African Union, was experiencing a conflict. And when I saw the Prime Minister put on a military uniform and announce the closure of the university in Addis Ababa to face the threat, I did not see any action from the African Union to protect these headquarters. Most Western states saw Addis Ababa falling, packing up, and leaving. Ethiopia fought, found an internal solution, and is living more or less in peace today. The children of Congo have been dying for years. Several other conflicts, such as in Sudan, exist on the continent. We would have liked to see the African Union generate the forces and all the necessary strategies to support these states so they can regain peace. For nearly 10 years, the Sahel has been the theater of international terrorism. But we see no support from these organizations to find a solution to this problem. Worse, a few days ago, a country foreign to Africa openly announced having supported and participated in a cowardly terrorist and barbaric attack against the forces of our confederation in Tinsawatan. The African Union did not utter a word to condemn this interference by a state outside of Africa in the internal affairs of our states. I would like them to hear this and therefore break their silence and take action so that the youth can believe in the African Union.
Push them out of those forests so that we will not have another set of Boko Haram disturbing us here. So do you promise me that? Yes, do you promise me that? Yes, hip, hip, hip.
An element or agent planted in APC to grab every information and every movement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in order to know how to get him. Do you understand? So you see why Biafra, I repeat it, Biafra and Biafra again cannot continue in this kind of system whereby your right cannot be given to you. In the military now, look at the reaction that the military are even ready. He say a brigadier, brigadier general. These are the group of people who planned and planted and planned on how to do what? To hijack the power from the incumbent government. But brother, I must tell you the truth. I don't know if you have heard what they call Englishman called system failure. Have you ever heard about that? Or UI failure in the faces of the Facebook? You understand? Nigeria is a system failure. The government has failed. Government has failed everybody. Tinubu has failed, has disappointed people. No wonder, you know, I told you people that no smoke without fire. On the October 1st, which Nigeria is supposed to parade and display, in order to celebrate and to rejoice, and to show a significance of what 1st October means in Nigeria, not just in constitution, but as a nation, how important it is. And they have to cancel it. Why? Because they have seen it that there is going to be a bloody. They are good in sharing the Biafran, the Christians' bloody, but they don't want to die. Do you get the message now? They themselves doesn't want their own blood to be splitted, but they are good in splitting the Biafran, the Christians' life, blood to flow. Look at what happened. They cancelled that, and I told you people that there is a purpose, there is a reason for that. And the reason for that are the people that Bola Ahmed Tinubu have given amnesty. These are the people that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is paying money. These are the people that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given freedom and a home as Nnamdi Kanu. I ain't getting it. So, as I'm talking to you now, the other day we were talking about the betrayal.
As betrayer.
Of course, because they themselves was betrayed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Because I said, Prominent Ayodele said that day when we talked about betrayal, that these Fulanis, you should not trust them, that these people will betray him.
Hello, excuse me. They are betrayers, and they have betrayed Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The same way Bola Ahmed Tinubu betrayed them. Because Bola Ahmed Tinubu betrayed El-Rufai, and El-Rufai is a Fulani, and is one of the leaders. And the El-Rufai today, as we speak, is seeing Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a betrayer. So they themselves got to prepare to or plan to betray Bola Ahmed Tinubu back. That is the game, and that is the system, because the system is a failure system. Because the system is what? It's a failure system. See killings all over Nigeria. Killing Christians here and there. You can even see it in the US, even Donald Trump talking about the Congress, even talking about it. It is no longer something that you can hide. I saw one video that when one of the representative, paid representative of Nigeria, went to US and was telling them that it was not only the Christians that was killed, or the people that are being killed. It was only the Christians, even in the north. The part that they are killing are those that are Christians. You understand? These are the people that they are killing in the north. The Muslims are not being killed. They are the ones walking freely, and that is why people like Nnamdi Kanu are being kept in the dungeon without trial, even being kidnapped against their rights. I don't know. That is why you see Bola Ahmed Tinubu freeing people that are criminals, the drug dealers, the people that kidnap, that rape. You understand? You see why Biafra now said that they want to go. For they cannot continue in a government, is a government that have failed their people. A government that the people is no longer having confidence on. The government that cannot be relied to. The government that have lost the trust of the people. That the people doesn't have confidence again, hope or trust in them. You see why even in the military now, look at the reaction that the military are even ready. You say a brigadier, brigadier general. These are the group of people who planned and plotted and planned on how to do what? To hijack the power from the incumbent government.
But do you think that their name is not being exposed because of the majority of them are Fulanis? Do you think that's what?
Excuse me, I'm coming. Yes, of course. Of course, because there were 16 in number. Then out of that 16, there is every tendency that the 16 are Fulanis. You understand? Because the money that they collected from Bola Ahmed Tinubu was to be used for mobilization. Remember what happened in Katsina? See how they mobilized. I told you people that time that money you use for amnesty without collecting the arms, they are going to use it to recruit more. So they plotted, and they remember that El-Rufai have already vowed, and he said it clearly that nothing will make, the same way they put him there, the same way they will remove him. He said nothing will make Bola Ahmed Tinubu continue 2027. So do you know the agenda? Do you know the mission? Do you know what he's planning? And do you think he's the only one? It wasn't the only one. There are many of them like that. Even many doesn't talk. And as they don't talk, doesn't mean that they are standing with the Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay? So, and let me tell you, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, although if he's not careful, the kind of parade that are coming to his government in the name of APC, and they say people are going to APC. Not everybody that join APC party that are happy with the Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There could be an element or agent planted in APC to grab every information and every movement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in order to know how to get to him. Do you understand? So you see why Biafra, I repeat it, Biafra and Biafra again cannot continue in this kind of system, whereby your right cannot be given to you, whereby your government cannot come closer to you, whereby you don't have any right to defend yourself, or even to have your government to ask them a question. Take a look at now, they are trying now to stop a protest. And how do the people, and what is the meaning of protest? Protest simply means a franchise given to a citizen to express their feelings from the government. To let the government know that, see what you are doing that we don't like and we don't want it. And let me tell you, do you know that the major meaning of protest is to correct government and make government to govern well, to have a good reputation, not just only to themselves, but to the people, the citizens, and the people out there, I mean international. International. But in Nigeria, we believe so much in telling lies. And that is why they are seeing Igbos as an enemy, because Igbos will question your lies. Yeah. Go and read the articles of T.Y. Danjuma. He said it. He said that is what makes Igbos human. They make us more. He said that is what makes the Igbos more human. Because that when you lie to them, they are not like their own people or Yorubas. That even when the elders are telling lies, Yorubas will, and their own people will not talk. They will welcome it. But if Igbo people will question that lie, then we ask you a question in that lie that you are, irrespective of your age, because they want you to tell them the truth that they want to hear. And you must express yourself for them to have understanding before they can as well work along with you. And that has been the foundation, the source of every Biafran person. You see why we are talking about leaving Nigeria, because Nigeria is not working. The system has failed. The system cannot work. The system cannot bring development. It cannot bring anything. The system has been ridiculed even before the international body, before the world. Nigeria doesn't have a good reputation again. I don't know if that is the reason why they are fighting to stop the protest, which inside the room after the court, a call came and the man has to inside the room. Is it conjunction? How do they put it in English? Just on that junction, and they put it no. Says who? We must express our feelings. We must tell the world and tell our government what they are doing that is wrong, that need to be corrected. Because I could see now there is a new what is it called? A new terrorist group that are coming out now. Call them Wulo Wulo, or yeah, Wulo Wulo.